Good evening. Hey, this is Drew. I am on here for a press pause session. So when you come on, just say hi. Stop by and say hi. Maybe where you're from. I just want to make sure everything is working. And we're almost on. Okay. It is a little after 9 on the 22nd of April. All right. So I can't see if anyone's on yet, but I'm sure they will. So welcome to Press Pause. When I do this, I try to do live readings. I try to do live meditations. I'll try to do predicated on the need. And also, let me just get an overlay here. Hey, Lisa. Good evening. Where are you from, Lisa? So as you connect, just let me know where you're from. Drop a comment. I can't see because I'm on a studio version of something called Restream, but I will put the link in here in a few so we can invite some guests up and do some readings. Here we go. Hey, Maria. Brooklyn, what's up? Lisa, Philly. All right, cool. So let's see what happens tonight. So just a couple of things. So May 19th, I have, hey, Cindy. So May 19th, you're from Albany, welcome. Hey, Kimberly. So May 19th on Sunday, I have a Zoom gallery planned with an international guest psychic medium, Claire Merriweather. I spent a lot of time in England with her. She's fantastic. Hey, Karen. Hey, Kayla. Carolyn. Regina. Hey, Susan. Yeah, so it's only YouTube and Facebook. I had an issue trying to get on Instagram. I didn't want to spend another 10 or 15 minutes playing with it, but I had it saved, but it kicked me out of it. So I will have to do that separately. So Sunday, May 19th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a Zoom gallery, so it doesn't matter where you are. Claire is phenomenal, and we're both going to split the group of 2 hours. We're going to work together. Sometimes we connect with one person at the same time, and we get different things about them. It's really a lot of fun. Thursday, we just added an event today, June 13th, on Thursday, June 13th, at House of Beauty in Hohokus, New Jersey. We're doing a private intimate gallery, which I love. So I think it's like 25 people or less. So, hey, Linda. Hey, Tina. Hey, Jamie in Jersey. Hey, Anna in Westchester. I just love seeing more people. It's so cool. You know, I used to be not a fan of social media. Sometimes I'm still not, but the fact that I'm able to stay in touch with people from overseas and from all over the place, Canada, New York, New Jersey, West Coast, it's just a lot of fun. Hey, Trish. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to make a couple of announcements, and then we're going to get into some live readings, and we'll do maybe a live guided meditation to close out. I always want to answer any questions that you have. I feel like this is a really beautiful platform for that. And I'm going to post a link in the notes or the comments here in a little bit. In order to bring you up on the screen, you have to be able to download the Restream link. So you'll see how that goes. Some people can download it very easily. Some people, it's a little bit difficult. So I have this butterfly series I've been doing for about a decade now. And it started, I was teaching in Lilydale, New York, up by Buffalo, which is like a spiritualist medium community. And on the way back, my assistant and I started talking about, hey, Paula, hey, Ellie. We started talking about, I have a lot of Reiki practitioners. I'm also a Reiki master. I did 4 or 5 years of healing that was spiritual healing and trance healing before I really delved into Reiki. Once I got certified and then eventually became a Reiki master, I used to laugh at Reiki. So I always kind of joke, like, I curse like a truck driver. I don't levitate. I don't have a bat phone to God. And my life is not easy, and maybe not easier than yours. Maybe it is. But for some reason, these abilities are able to be gifts for other people when I connect. But it's very difficult to connect with my own people. I can connect with them, but the communication is different than connecting. So I get signs, I get symbols, I get the essence of somebody, I can feel something. But the butterfly series, I get a lot of questions. I said somebody I was going back and forth with, where if someone has like a mediumistic experience, meaning they felt like a spirit visited them, or they're getting premonitions in their dreams, or so just to be clear, for most people, 99.999%, if not all, it's not it's not intuition, the psychic senses and lucid dreaming or prophesying, that kind of thing. It is not something that, like, you ever just meet up with your friend and you're like, I think she's pregnant. And then you forget you had that thought. And then 3 days later, they're like, hey, I'm pregnant. You're like, I think I had that thought. That's more accessible the more you cultivate it and develop it. And that's why I teach the butterfly series. And that's why we're doing that psychic retreat, a psychic awakening retreat, July 25th to the 28th. It's a Thursday through Sunday in the Catskills in New York. It's important to talk about because I get people that kind of, I don't know if it's that they feel or they think they should be ahead of the curve. In other words, you get a psychic hit or you have a visit about somebody maybe passing or you have a feeling about it. It's obviously not strong enough that you go to somebody and say, hey, be careful of getting in that car. I've heard a couple of stories over the years of that, but for the most part, it's really about developing you. That's what it's really about. It's not to have dreams and control them. It's not to have intuitive hits and, to get an advantage for your life. Truthfully, it's probably the opposite of that. It enriches my life, but it doesn't give me advantages that other people don't get. That's why when people ask me for the lottery and stuff like that, I kind of chuckle. At this point, I don't really pay a lot of attention to it. But it is not designed for that, in my understanding. And the people that I've worked with, learned from, sought out, are some of them were names you would know, and some aren't. But I really, really went for people that I respect how they work or how they teach or their philosophy behind this. And the number one thing that I came to understand is I don't know a lot more than I know about what happens on the other side. I go based on the hundreds of books that I've read. None of them came to be my direct experience, maybe bits and pieces. So the butterfly series is one of those things where from September, October, November, we teach the basics. So you do cards, you do intuition, you do colors, you do the empathic energy understanding. And if you think about it, the empath is the E. It's energy and the emotional awareness psychically. Intuitive is getting a psychic hit for you, the I. It's your instinctual understanding or inclination. The psychic is soul. It means of or related to the soul. That's what psychic means. So that's tuning into someone beyond the emotion of the day or the week, but it's usually for someone else. And a lot of us are geared towards certain things. Like I had a child that didn't make it, so I will almost always pick up, there's like a little soul that I'll perceive it as. But a lot of it, the receiving is perceiving. All of us might perceive it differently. Now, if you go into this with a very strong set of beliefs, you can sometimes force your beliefs to be true. So being raised Irish and Italian Catholic values and traditions in general, I don't consider myself religious, but I really didn't know what to expect. I thought there would be like a portal open for evil and spirits would get stuck. And I just didn't know what to expect. But, I don't get to like hang out with the J-man, And I always get a kick out of it when people are like, I only deal with angels. I'm like, all right, good for you. Spirit guides, to me, are very personal, and I know you don't have to know what your spirit guide looks like and know their name in order to do this work. I know a lot of people that just consider it the powers that be or the power. And what we have to do is raise our vibration in spirit, whether it's loved ones or guides have to lower theirs in order to create the bridge. When they create the bridge, as I start connecting and I get yes, no's, I don't know, it starts to get quicker. There's a quickening is what it's called, that happens. And I know for a fact, like when I first started having the mediumistic experiences, that to me was almost like unmistakable, but it's still subtle. It's still subtle. Like people ask, like I can understand somebody who only spoke Russian. I don't know the Russian words they're using, but I know the meanings of what they're trying to say, or any language for that matter. Sometimes I'll get bits and pieces of another language, but you don't need that. So I've had a lot of people ask that, like if they spoke only a different language, not English, will they have a hard time connecting? It's a good question. I understand it, but the truth is, it makes no difference. The communication bridge is different for everybody. I see, I hear, I feel. And, when people say I see, I'll just say this. I thought in order to be a psychic or a medium, you'd see ghosts walking around all day. Anybody that tells you that, they'll never get anything wrong then. They should never get anything wrong. It's just not like that. It takes an incredible amount of energy for them to allow us in the physical to see them. I get bits and pieces where I'll know color hair, color eyes, maybe facial features, maybe physical features, but they'll give me just enough so that, because when I stopped seeing them in the first like 3 days that this was happening, I started to understand much clearer what they were trying to convey to the person. And it was always in the name of love and healing. I always say, if it doesn't help or heal, it's probably BS and not real. That's just been my experience. And even if your, ex who you had such difficulty with passed away needs to come through, I have people that dismiss that, but then they come through and there's a real cathartic message. And sometimes they're showing context for the person's life to me. So it's one of those things that happens a lot. I get multiple people in a sitting or a reading, and one of the things that's always interesting is the dynamic of the family is shown to me through the perception of the way they come through. I always feel them next to me and behind me. It's really interesting. So if there's any questions, just post them in the feed or chat, and I will try to get to you. And if I can't get to you now, I will definitely get back to you tonight or tomorrow at some point. All right. I do try to do my best to respond, but most of the time during the day, I'm doing readings. At night, I'm either teaching or I have groups. So here we go. Yeah, I'm always wondering who is placing a gentle touch on my back and the double numbers every single day. Yeah, that's something that I hear a lot. And I also get people that have a meditative experience, like from 2 years ago, and they just hold on to that. And they're like, what does it mean? I would just say, stop trying to figure it out. If you have to spend more than 5 or 10 minutes sitting with it to understand it, you're wasting your time. Let it be revealed to you at another point, but make room for new experiences. I always explain when I'm doing this, I'm about to do the readings. When I get into the readings, it's like me and you have to stand in the river of consciousness, in the river of life, pouring into a cup, drinking from it at the same time. You and me are in it together. So what does that mean? That means that I can't fill up with your experience from 5 years ago and bring it back to life all the time. Sometimes I can tune into things, I'll get hits or understandings, but generally speaking, guides particularly will reveal themselves based upon the need and readiness. And also, again, I know a lot of really, really, really talented psychics and mediums that they're not obsessed with it. They're just like, same with me. Callie was my main guide, and Caleb. And there's a bunch of other names that I've gotten over the years, but I don't really feel the need to get obsessed with them. I just feel very guided and well protected. You all are. I'm no different. I don't have special access. I don't get all the good stuff and you get the leftover remnants. I always say, if I had all of you, 100 whatever people in here, and I had you for a weekend, all of you'd be connecting with spirit within a day, 2 days, all of you. But that doesn't mean that you're supposed to go do this for a living. Some people want it too much. Some people want it too much. It shouldn't be your identity, in my opinion and my experience. If you want it too much, you can get in the way. It's one of those things where Sometimes I can hear their voices, but a lot of times it's much more of a first and third person integrative blend. So I'm understanding them from a first and third person perspective. And as I receive in front of me, usually it's about the living or for the living. When I receive next to me or behind me, it's usually in spirit, but it varies. Sometimes I connect with people really quick, and sometimes they stay and they're funny as hell. I get quite the characters, and I love that. So it's kind of like, and I get a lot of people that they connect a certain way, and all I would say is just be paper mache if you're looking to develop. Developing is so important because they need to learn to trust you. They need to learn to get to know you. What do you like when you're really tired and you haven't had your coffee, or you're cranky, or you're over anxious? You know, I used to like pace back and forth and like have to be moving in order to do groups. And now I find it much more relaxed and settled if I'm like in between relaxed. It's like a relaxed intensity. I know it sounds batshit, but it's true. I can't be too relaxed. Like I can't meditate for an hour and 20 minutes and then do connections right away because I'm too in the passive. And that's what I talk about. Hey, Jules, that's what I talk about with people. If you close your eyes and you have to get it like that, that's okay at first. But eventually, you can get the same information with your eyes open. It just comes quicker and you capitalize on it quicker. And the more that you get yeses, the more it seems to anchor in. Like if I have the if I have a connection and I have the wrong person in front of me, it'll start going, yeah, no, kinda, yeah, sorta, or they have to make it fit. Or they're not allowing their father-in-law to come through and they're trying to force it to be their father. Sometimes I'll get it's somebody's dad, but it's their dad-in-law. Maybe they have something to say or something to reveal or an apology. I don't know. It just depends. So try to be as open as you can. Um, there's like one or two of you that are saying the feed is cutting out. My connection seems to be good. Is anyone else getting that? All right. So, real quick, once again, I don't do a lot of spirit DJing through the comments because the feed is just too long. So I'm going to put a link in there and only a certain number of people can come up. I'm going to try to work with you in a live capacity. I don't know most of you. And it's really important that you understand how this works. I feel like that's part of my deal because it is completely nothing like I thought it would be. And anybody that I just feel like people that try to make themselves sound like they like levitate or, they have all the answers, but I'm only sharing this much with you. I call total bullshit. There are very few things I can think of over the last 10 or 12 years that I withheld from somebody. I might get something about someone to have a greater capacity to understand the whole of what I'm getting or the context, but I don't withhold the content. So when they give me the content that they give me will never be wrong. My understanding and the context and my delivery can be, and just so you know, I did a number of readings today, so I will do my best, but I can only do what I can do. And I don't proclaim to be the best. I will just give you my best. All right. Kellyanne, do you think you were losing your mind when you realized you had these abilities came in a way that, yeah, well, I did, but it was so vivid and so clear. It was astounding. And it was right after a series of losses, and I had just gotten sober, and I wasn't. It would just be odd that psychosis would just come out of left field after all the stuff that I did and had been through. So, but I did kind of feel that. I went to somebody and was like, "Please tell me, am I crazy?" I thought I needed to maybe look at that. But when I was around people, it would work, and they would go, "Yeah, that's my so and so," or "Yeah, I have their ring," or it was always something that would be validated. And that's when I understood, like, I can't be hanging out at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning by myself, playing with a pendulum and cards and trying to channel spirit by myself, because that's where you go crazy. That's where the fine line of psychic to psychotic comes in, you know. And I get a lot of people that how can you tell the difference between fear and intuition, development, practice, working with other people, and this is what I do, the butterfly, or even the psychic awakening retreat we're doing in July. I feel like if you put 10 people in front of you, you're going to have a little bit of a different need or conversation with each person because they have different energy, different experiences. So you start to get, you can get the color red for one person and you could get vitality, love. For someone else, you can get fear or even rage, but I think understanding that everybody kind of receives and perceives a little bit differently, and that's between you and spirit, but understanding how to build that language and develop the ABCs and then the words and then that kind of vocabulary and then the phrasing, you start getting one thing and it means five, and you'll just understand it more. So there is a portion of it where I hear about people, I'm claircognizant. And I love when people say that. I'm like, okay, well, really, it's probably more like you're clairsentient and you're feeling. If you don't feel from your chin to your belly button, you're going to be like 50-50, right? If I have to throw it out and be like, why do I see a blue car? And then you have to finish the story. And then it's like, to me, on occasion during sessions, once I'm really anchored in, I might get bits and pieces of a story that I won't be able to really tackle or comprehend. So I'll get like bits and pieces of it, and then they'll film it. And usually it's though some sort of in-depth, funny story or serious, harsh story that is in the family that only those things that I got would make sense to them. So yeah, so the course for beginners, Linda, is the butterfly course. I have private courses for people. Once you go through the butterfly course, there's a lot more access to like mentorships, intermediate, advanced, stuff like that. But I need everyone to speak the same language. I'll just say this before I start. Just like when I started doing Reiki and I became certified, I felt like blessed because now I had a language that was universal and everybody kind of knew what it was, or they had studied it with someone else, or they gave me this real cool bond with a lot of people. And that's what I try to do with the butterfly, is that people come in with all sorts of, methods, and sometimes maddening methods where they just go on and on and on and on. They never let the person say yes or no, or they think they're going to say no, so they start changing what they're saying, or they start giving like 6 options. Sometimes, I know on a good day, I don't have to do that. On a day where maybe I'm not as receptive that day for whatever reason, I might have to work harder for the connection and for the information. Then, I need a little bit of help. That's fine. But for me, I'm adamant about like, if I'm not going to get like a 7 or 8 or a 9 for most out of 10 for the most of the reading, like it's not going to, you're going to walk away a little bit frustrated, and so am I. So I try to, I had this beautiful session, the last one of my day, and just there's so many things that continuously happen that I keep learning. So, most people want to know the shortcuts. They want to get out there and they want to see if they can do it. I do understand that. I was like that too. But I'm so grateful that I came to understand, and I had the time and the money to develop and travel around the world studying it with other tutors. You don't have to do it alone, and you shouldn't. And if you want to cultivate your empathic, intuitive self, I mean, that's the start. But I've never met an empath that couldn't do some mediumship, and I've met a lot of people that can do mediumship and they do it too quick, or they get too frustrated with themselves. So, and also we want to scream on the rooftops, right? Look what I can do, or no, it's real. I found that the less I talk about it outside of what I do, and I always joke about it. If you met me outside of here, you'd never know I do this work. But for the most part, most of my neighbors, people that know me, some people for a long time, like it just doesn't come up, and it should be like that. I feel like there's a time and a place, there's an intention. Somebody wants a reading, they're going to come for reading. And I devote my time in very block format, like from this time to this time today. And then when I'm off, I'm off. So, once again, Sunday, May 19th, my good friend from the UK, Claire Merriweather. She was on like the Psychic TV network over there. She's fantastic. We've done a bunch of online Zoom sessions. Sunday, May 19th, it's a Zoom gallery. Thursday, June 13th, I have House of Beauty in Hohokus, New Jersey. Intimate gathering, 25 people or less. And we have the Psychic Awakening. If you go to my website, mediumdrew.com, on the top, there's the butterfly series. I know it says July through December, but it's actually September, October, November into December. just sign up there if you're interested. And if you're interested in the retreat, I'm doing like 10-minute conversations with people that are really serious about the retreat. But if you're going to start asking me questions and want a mini reading, that's not what it's for, because that's sometimes happens. So please be respectful of that. Okay. All right. So I am going to put a couple of things here in the comments, and then we'll get started. If you haven't already subscribed, I'm just putting that in there, and you can stay in the loop with my emails. We do giveaways, discounts. We ask for volunteers for students, sometimes for practice readings, mixed levels from beginner, intermediate, advanced to mentorship. So that can always be a lot of fun. But if you sign up, you'll get notified of all that. Okay. Here is, hang on. I think I'm doing this right. Yeah. This is if you really want a reading. Okay, I'm doing 30-minute readings for life sessions, which is focusing on you, guidance, insight, clarity, direction. If you want mediumship, it's a 45-minute reading. All of them individually are being done via Zoom or phone. There's no difference in the flow of information, not in the slightest. If you want me to come to your home to do a family session, or you could do it via Zoom, which is 2 to 3 people that are connected by blood or circumstance, but that has to be really connected. I don't want it to, if one person, if people are like, oh, I brought my cousin, sometimes your cousin will get, 40 out of the 60 minutes. So just a heads up. So I keep it 2 to 3 people. I do those either in person, if you're local, like Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, New York, whether it's upstate or Westchester. And also, I'm in Orange County. And also groups, 5 to 12 people. I can do Zoom or in person. And then if there's more than that, just email us. But you can sign up for all that at the readings page. Okay. Eventually, a friend of mine, a colleague of mine, and I are working on opening up another office. I don't know exactly when. Hopefully sometime midsummer, to do more in-person Reiki and soul sessions, which is when I do like a reading and then Reiki, kind of in one. And I do that for people because I used to have people request Reiki, and I would end up reading them for 30 or 40 minutes anyway. And it just wasn't fair for people waiting or whatever. So I do an initial consult, which is like a 1.5 to 2 hour experience, like almost an hour reading and then an hour of Reiki. And then you can come back for regular Reiki. And if there's stuff that comes up, that's different. So that should be fun. And I do have a bunch of referrals if people are looking for Reiki or something like that. All right, you can always email us. All right, so I'm going to put this link in here. Oh, that's not it. Here we go. All right, so one thing that you're going to want to do with that Restream link, if I read for you on this program before, please wait. If I come to you in the comments, that's different. But for those of you that have never been read by me, and you haven't had a reading in like a while, all right? If you get a reading every month, sometimes I feel that with people, and it feels to me like it's like a thinness in the connection. You might have to open up the Restream link in Safari or another browser in order to download it. I get a lot of people that are like, oh, I can't. I do get that. All right, so the room's already full. So if you're trying to get on, you're not going to be able to. Just an FYI, okay? So the room is full, and I know you guys are trying to come on. So just hang tight. And sometimes I might come to people in the comments, but we'll try to make room as we go through. I might need to come to some of you individually. Let me just go back up. And again, if you want to leave a question, I will answer in the comments. If you're going to ask me for a life reading or something like that, I don't have the energy or the focus or the time to do that. But if you have a legit question about the development of intuition, and again, I'm doing like 10 to 15 minute consults for free for people that are interested in the retreat, or you're not sure if you should do the retreat or the butterfly course. I try to make myself as accessible as possible. but I can't be everywhere at once. So if you do reach out to me, especially if you reach out to me via Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, and I don't respond, go to the website, check out the services, and fill out a form for something that you're interested in. That's the best way to get a response. Or if you email me, I may get to it, but it might take a couple weeks. All right. Angela, hey, come back to Saratoga. I'm working on it actually. I was trying to come up to Saratoga in June, but the weekend I wanted it was booked. So I'm probably going to, because the summer gets too crazy up there with the horse racing, probably going to have a gallery in September, and towards like the third or fourth week of September, maybe the first week of October. And the same time, I'm going to try to do a workshop over that weekend as well. So that'll be a lot of fun. We did that last time. All right, so let me just see something. So I see Kira, Maria, Tina, Linda, Angela, Regina, Joni, Elise. Okay, so two things when I pull you up. Please, while you're in there, there's a little settings wheel, that little circular wheel that's on like phones and everything else. Make sure that your audio and your video is set up. All right, I don't mind a little bit of a lag, but it's frustrating for you, for me, and for other people when I get you up here and I can't hear you. All right. So I'm going to bring in Lori. So, okay. And if you guys are still trying to log on, please know the room is full. It only allows so many people on the wait list. So just hang tight. All right. And also please keep this in mind. If I remove you, it's for a purpose. Please don't keep coming back on if you keep getting removed. It's because I'm trying to make room for someone that I'm trying to get to specifically. Okay. So let me just say, let's see. And also don't tell me a lot of information. I'm adamant about not knowing. Okay. Someone just said I can't hear anything. It seems like everyone can hear me, so it might be something on your end. Okay. Lori, you ready? Okay. I can't hear you. No. I see what you're saying, but I can't hear you. So, hang on. Try it now. Nope. Let me just double check it's not my end. Yeah, no, everything's good on my end, as far as I can see. So we'll have to come back to you, okay? So, hey, Kira, I'm going to come to you, okay? How are you? I can't hear you. So just so you know, this happens almost every time we do this. So you have to go into that little wheel, and you have to just make sure that your mic is on. Try it now. Just say something.
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you.
Okay, good.
Yep, perfect. So Kira, how are you?
I'm good. How are
I know
you?
that's a loaded question as a
Yeah.
medium, because people don't come to me because they were coming on the wings of glory.
Right.
So Kira, let me just try to dial in first. I am quite, I don't want to say exhausted, but I'm tired. So
Okay.
in a one-on-one reading, I don't normally ask who do you want to connect with until I have exhausted every resource, but I try to go in here organically. So I want to make sure I have the right person for you. Okay. So do you understand your mom passed, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And your dad?
Yes.
Okay. So also, is your dad Joe?
No.
Who's the Joe or the John?
Well, yes, he's a John. He's a Juan.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay.
Okay. And that's your dad, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know you, right? I've never met
No.
you. Okay. You don't have your last name up here, so I can't Google you. So I'd only say that to people because it's really important with the optics to understand that part of the reason I do groups, part of it, and the way that I learned was you can't have anybody leaving there skeptical if you can help it. So I want people to understand that it's important because I've seen there's a lot of BS out there. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
All right. So do you understand? I feel like this is with your mom. Let me just go here. So your mom passed before your dad?
No.
Other way around. So is
Yes.
your mom the one who was ill?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
yeah.
And do you understand? Hold on. So also are you one of two or do you have two siblings?
I have two siblings.
Okay. You have at least one brother, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Does he have your dad's name?
No.
Oh, really? So you must have given your dad's name to someone else as a middle name or something. Do you understand this? Or did your brother?
No.
Really? So I keep getting so I also have, I think this is your dad. Did your dad-in-law also pass?
I was never married.
Okay. So do you understand what daddy smoked?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. I didn't know if it was someone else because I didn't feel that right away. But all of a sudden I get somebody here who's like smoking still.
Yes.
All right. And I also get that you were very connected to your mom, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. There's like a lot of love here. And also, um, I don't fully understand this, but I just want to make sure I'm right on this. So do you understand that your mom and your dad had difficulties?
Yes.
Okay. I don't mean to get too personal, but just in this venue, I just need to I have to give you the content. You understand that I just keep getting this big back and forth with them. And it's kind of like something that is anchored from when you were little.
Yes.
You understand? And also, and dad wasn't the easiest.
Correct.
Okay. I feel that from him, but they still come here together for you in a big way. Okay. I also feel like I don't fully, hold on. So I got this other thing. Who's Linda? You understand that? So do you understand that as like something similar, like a Lynn or a Liz or a Linda? You understand that? They could be living, but I need to go with this the way I'm getting this.
Um, I no. I mean, I have a Liz that I'm close with, but she's
Okay,
here.
so right,
Okay.
that's okay.
Sorry.
That's totally okay. Her mom passed, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so just know it's her. I keep getting more people coming in the room,
Okay.
so they'll. I know people are like, "Why would you mention so and so?" There's always a reason, so
Okay.
just go with the flow of it. Okay, I just need to say hi from her mom. So
Okay.
also, do you understand that Liz wears something around her neck that is her mom's?
I'm not sure.
Ask her.
Okay.
And I keep getting it as like, Liz has a daughter too, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if the daughter wears it but it's like something that you keep showing me and I want it like to hang around my neck. Okay.
Okay.
Silverish. And also, so is the daughter named Emily?
No.
I keep getting this thing about E-M. Do you understand that? If you're not sure, say you're not sure. I don't
I'm
like
not
to go into
sure.
too many names because it'll go sideways.
Yeah.
But
No.
I have to say, and also, why is June so significant with your mom or for you? Do you understand that? It's got to be a birthday or a passing or maybe an anniversary.
My sister's anniversary, but
Okay. So your sister's living, correct?
yes.
So I mentioned your brother, so I feel like your mom's trying to get me to your sister. So I
Okay.
know these are kind of like, I hate to use this phrase, but it's kind of like drive-by readings in this kind of fashion. All right. So it's almost like they give it to me in this fashion. They'll give it to me in a very quick hit way to get to to say hi to as many people and to validate and not leave anybody out kind of thing.
Okay.
But I also get, um, did you stay for an extended period or live with your mom at one point?
Yes.
Okay. Because she makes me feel like you're like friends with her and it's your mom. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And she just keeps thanking you for that because she felt she didn't want to be alone.
Okay.
It's like a big deal. And also, I don't understand this fully, but it's like, so do you understand that her mind was really affected at the end?
No.
So do you understand that this was something that might have been some sort of condition, but it went kind of quick?
No.
Say no. Okay. I have to go here with this. Okay. So who would be the older female that would have dementia or Alzheimer's or something like that? It's either grandmother or it's like mom.
My best friend's mother had it.
Oh, okay. You have another friend? What's your best friend's name?
Hannah.
Okay. Sorry. So sometimes the evidence and this is good for people to see too, like sometimes the evidence is indicative of who's trying to say hi because it didn't fit for anyone else, but it was unmistakable for me. And it's not something I could just wave off.
Okay.
Okay. She just needs her to know that she heard everything at the end
Okay.
in a big way. It's really important. Like she may not have seemed like it, but she heard and she saw. She keeps making me feel like I was standing outside looking in.
Okay.
And also, you had to make decisions on the way that for your mom at the end.
Yes.
Okay, she just needs you to know that you did everything right. You did it well. You shouldn't have any questions about it. Okay. Because
Okay.
I feel like I don't know if it's a DNR or actually making a call about it. You understand that? She
Yeah.
just keeps making me feel like stop questioning that. Like I was on my way out. It needed to
Okay.
be. All right. She also makes me feel like, I don't know, did she like just stand up and get dizzy one day? I don't know what she keeps trying to show me, but she keeps showing me like almost like I have vertigo.
No.
You understand this? And I know your dad had smoked, but your mom had like a breathing issue, right?
It was her heart.
Okay, fair enough. I'll take that. Oh, so that would be, I get it. So, because she kept showing me, so I have somebody in my life that passed that way, where it was either heart failure or cardiac
Mhm.
stuff. And
Yeah.
it was like, that's what she kept showing me. Like she would stand up and like my feet would tingle and I get dizzy.
Okay.
So, you understand? And she
Yeah.
just also, uh, so is your mom's, okay, I'm trying to get away from the names. I don't know why I'm getting all these names. I just want to stay with this for 1 second. So your mom, so who would have passed like in the last 4 or 5 years or 4 or 5 years ago? Is that your mom?
No, that was longer.
Who's this in the last 4 or 5 years? It's connected to you though. Female.
A female. Ooh.
Oh, I just lost you. I can't see you.
Whoops.
Yeah, you might have got a call or something or a text.
Oh, Jesus.
That's all right.
Oh,
All right. So
all right. Got you.
there you are. So Kira, let me
Sorry.
just say this with mom. So she keeps showing me all these books. I have to tell you that she just loved that you took her in or that you stayed with her. And there's this feeling like it's our place. And I get this in such a beautiful way that it's like she almost felt like you kind of became her parent in a way. You
Yeah,
understand that?
I do.
And she's just really proud of you and she loves you very much. And she doesn't want you to question anything. And one other thing here too. Did she pass right in December?
No, her birthday was in December
Perfect. Is it around like the 23rd or 28th?
2nd.
Oh, okay. I also get that she was trying, she keeps telling me, she was trying to make it through the holidays. Like she didn't want to go before the holidays and she doesn't want it to be sour
Mm-hmm.
because of that. Okay. And you also still have stuff at your house from her, right?
Yes.
Okay. She keeps talking about like it's just stuff. You don't have to hold on to it.
Okay.
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 And I don't know what this is. You must have massaged her feet.
Yes.
All right. Because my feet feel like swollen or like pins and needles.
Mm-hmm.
And she just makes me feel like you loved me like nobody did. And she's just so grateful for that. Okay. Also, I just have to go over here to your dad. Your dad, again, your mom is making very clear that she's welcoming him in.
Good.
Okay. It's
Okay.
really, really important, I guess, for healing. I'm not sure, but she just keeps making me aware of that. She just wants you to know that so he has a brother on the other side too, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm aware of him talking to like his brother, and he's like kind of a little nervous about coming through. Do you understand that?
My dad's brother, my
No,
uncle.
your
Oh, my
dad.
dad. Okay.
Yeah, I just feel like there's this apprehension, like he doesn't know how to do this emotion.
Yeah.
You understand? And like because I can very much feel his presence here, but it's almost like he wants the connection that your mom has with you, but he doesn't feel like he has that necessarily. And he also makes me feel like he just needs you to know that he knows he could have done better, particularly with mom, but with everybody. He just makes me feel like he doesn't want you to have to carry the burden of his shortcomings. Okay. And he loves you very much. He's very proud of you and the way that you helped your mom. And you keep everyone together. And I know that What is this? So do you, hold on. Do you still talk to your mom out loud?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just kept hearing you talk really loud. I didn't know what he was trying to show me. But it's like he just keeps making me feel like they're very connected to you in the afterlife. And also, I got to tell you, you're very intuitive and you have these same abilities that I do. You know this?
No.
Just remember I said that. You don't have to do
Okay.
anything with it. You're not obligated. But I feel very clearly the connection with you is amplified. So let it be what it is, and it should evolve and change over time. It doesn't have to be the same. But your mom, your mom's funny. She keeps making me feel like almost like she's talking about him, like he's gonna light up again. Like she's like annoyed with him, but she loves when you talk that you talk to her. Okay.
Okay.
Um, and that's it. I can feel them kind of pull back. I know these are kind of quick, but don't forget about your friend's mom. I keep getting
Okay.
this wave from her,
Okay.
and and the other one, I guess too. But also, you're in really good. You have really good company. You're always in really good company. Do you understand that? It's
Yeah.
really important that you trust the people around you, and also that you don't have to be. You don't have to do everything alone because you like to do that.
I
Just
do.
when you need to ask for help, ask for help. It's okay. You don't always have to be the helper. Okay.
Okay.
Um, I'll leave you with that because there's more coming, but it's like going in a different direction. And I feel like I will. I don't know that I can. Hold on. So you have two dogs on the other side specifically that you would be aware of?
Yes.
Okay. One of them is like blackish.
Yes.
Okay. I think the other one's either gray. You
Yes.
understand that? Okay. So
Yep.
I'm just aware that they're like letting you know that everybody's together and it's really important. And does one of the names start with an S, like a Sparky or Spanky or something?
Uh,
Sammy?
no.
What's
Oh, well,
and
yes. My very first one, who was a brown one,
what's the
that
name?
was Sadie.
Okay, perfect. And also there's a white one too. Do you understand this? This is either living or on the other side, but it's very vivid to me and it's smaller.
Yeah, I have a yellow mutt now.
Is it more white than yellow though?
Um,
That's a no.
she's
That's
a mix.
okay.
Well, she's a mixture.
Is she really little?
Yes, compared to my other
Okay.
dogs. Yes.
I'll just she's the barker.
The one I have now, no.
Okay. I keep getting one that's barking a lot.
Oh, well,
Uh
my friend that the mom came through, she had a dog, a little white dog that barked
perfect.
all the time. That's
Perfect.
probably
Like
her.
the little ones are and it's like she's holding it and still like yap, 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 yap. All right.
Yes.
So I love how they give it to me in that way. So I'm always looking for like more healing, more depth to the content, but I got to say that you're really well adjusted. You are. You feel. I know we can always adjust more, but I feel like you've done a really good job with that. But just don't think that it's over. We're like born and then we're healing. For the rest of our life, because there's someone pulling a rug out from underneath us,
Uh-huh.
betraying us, or dying, or getting sick, or something like that. So I just keep getting this feeling like just to remind you that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Just own that and have fun with it. Because
Okay.
before you know it, when you get over there, uh, it's not the big things, it's the little things. It's the
Yeah,
little things. Like, did you enjoy it? So try to
absolutely.
keep that in mind. Okay, I'll let you go with that. Thank you so
All right.
much.
Thank you.
Take care, Kira.
Much appreciated.
Absolutely. All right, so let me just see if I can. Okay. All right, we have a full room again. I just opened it up. Here we go. So Linda, I'm gonna pull you through. Okay, can you see me? Just nod your head if you can see me. I don't want to catch you off guard. All right. So here you are. How are you?
Good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you well, very well. So Linda, how can I help you the most? Do you want me to connect with Spirit, or do you have a question for me, or how can I help you?
I could,
You don't have to tell me who, but you can
but
tell
I would
me.
connect with someone.
Hmm, it's a male, right?
It is.
Okay. Is he more your age than not?
No.
Okay. So let me just go with this first. Okay. So are you one of two children?
No.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm with you. Let me just keep going with this, okay? So the mail that I have, so your dad passed?
Yes.
Okay. Is that who you want to connect with?
Not who I was thinking of.
Okay, so hang with me because I have somebody else that feels much more like lover or brother. Do you understand that?
No.
Okay, think about even exes. Is there somebody on the other side that would be more your generation than your dad's, a male that would have passed?
Not that I know of.
Okay, so who would be the David? All right, let me come back to you.
Okay.
Okay, only because this is like too vivid for me to.
Yeah, it does
S-
that.
But hang on, actually, before I let you go, because I don't know that I'll get back to you, and I don't want to tell you that and not. Tell me the name and how you're connected to the person that you want to connect with.
My son, John.
Sorry. Sorry for your loss. Um, so is he? He's young, right? Like early 20s or below, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Does he also have blue-green eyes?
Yes.
Okay. So I have him, I think. And this was totally unexpected. True?
True.
Okay. And also, this is not your first reading.
Correct.
Because he's like, hi again, mom. That's how I get it. Almost like, what the fuck, mom? Hi. That's how I feel, right? That's what he would say.
I'm a junkie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. He just, he would never not show up for you. I almost felt like, so I have to say this. So your dad passed, and your dad would, I feel like he wanted to try to make me connect with your mom passed too, right?
Yeah.
All right. So he just kept showing me that he's with everyone. He just needs you to know that. Okay. Um, also, I don't know what this is. Who's like Chucky or Charlie? Do you understand that? Like it's
My
like a,
middle name is Charles. I don't know.
would he toy with him like that? Like, because he didn't really, it doesn't feel like that from your dad, but I feel this from your son. Like he's telling me about it.
He
Could he do
could.
that with your dad? Like you'd be toying with him a little bit? Almost like,
Yeah. They had a great
okay,
sense. Yeah.
fair enough. Only because the way he was giving it to me, like I never get Chuck or Chucky unless it's like, well, the way that I'm getting this is like he's being silly. I almost thought it was like a silly nickname. Um, just give me a sec. So I don't know why I keep showing me this. You must have written him a letter,
I've written.
John. I'm sorry, you cut out. Did you say yes?
Yes.
Okay. He just keeps showing me blue pen on white paper. Okay. So to me, the way he's showing me is like, it's really good for you. It's like cathartic to write things out and speak
Yeah.
to him or to just write out thoughts of what he's giving you too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Yes.
I don't know why I keep showing me this. What does 4-1 or 41 mean?
41.
Like April 1st, or
Oh,
is April something significant?
my other son's birthday.
Okay. What's his
Next.
name?
Tim.
Okay. I know that the one didn't make any sense, but the way I first got it, it didn't feel like an age to me. I think he's just trying to say that he's here. And your son passed within the last like 2 years, right?
3.5, 4.
So his brother's older than him.
No.
So who's like 26 or 28?
Well, he would be now.
Okay, your son, John,
Yeah.
would be? All right, sorry. So again, it's like a first and third person blend. So I'm aware of things, but the one thing I keep getting is, so I have to say, so your other son is in a strong relationship, correct?
Yes.
All right, he keeps highlighting this. Like he sees her, he sees him, and he doesn't want him to miss out on that love and that kind of life because they're total opposites the way they were wired, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he just keeps making me feel like he's just giving a shout out to his bro. And I gotta say, so did he call him T?
Mm,
Say no. If you have to think that long about it, I'm totally fine with that. So he keeps giving it to me in a way where it's like he's trying to show me that he like.
Timby.
Oh,
Tim-
what'd you say?
Timby. He would call him Timby.
Oh, so maybe that's why I was getting it wrong with the Chucky. I don't know, but because he keeps making me feel like he calls him a nickname. So I'll take that. I maybe I would have said, does he wear Tim's? You know, I don't know. I could have gotten that wrong, but it's interesting because your son also keeps making me feel like he's trying to be more responsible. Do you get that?
On the other side?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he makes me feel like here he was his biggest problem. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And I don't have to get too into it, but he just keeps making me feel like he'll never not show up for you, but he just needs you to know this is real. Also, so who's like, he keeps talking about, I don't know if he's trying to show me his middle name is M or if there's also like a Kevin or a Devin. Do you understand that?
I have a nephew, Kevin. He has a
Okay. He has a cousin, Kevin. Do you understand also that your son liked to party?
yeah.
Yeah. He just keeps making me feel like the way he's giving it to me is like, Mom, I'm having a party, but not a bad party. Do you understand that? Like he's not doing bad things. He's
Yeah.
just he's living it up as
Without
much
the
as he can. Yeah. Um, so I don't know what this is. Is his cousin also a partier?
Yes, he's
Okay.
yes.
Because he keeps making me feel like I party with him and he doesn't know it, kind of thing. And I guess he has to be careful too.
Yes.
Yeah. He just needs, he doesn't want you to go freak out and do anything. Okay, Mom?
Yeah.
Don't. Okay. He just needs you to know that he's very connected to the family. And also, I got this subtle feeling with him where he keeps making me feel like, do you understand that him and Dad had a falling out?
They didn't have a falling out, but they weren't as tight as he and I
Got
were.
it. So, but do you understand, like, as he got older, he was just more difficult with him?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
yeah,
He just
John,
keeps making me feel like I have to keep him. What's that?
John was difficult.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
He keeps making me feel like he has like a stiff arm to him. Like, don't tell me what to do or how to do it. I got it. And it was not correct. And he just keeps owning that. He keeps owning his part in all this. Okay. And he just wants you to know that he loves you very much. And he doesn't want you to fall into the pit of sorrow.
I'm
Okay.
trying.
And there's a lot of good things coming. And also, so he has a sister too.
He has a friend that's like a sister.
So let me just stay with this for a second. So your son has been with somebody for a while, is probably going to marry her.
Yes, he's engaged.
Okay. Got it. So I just need you to know at the first, no, what'd you say? Is he in the house or something?
No. I'm thinking that Tim is engaged.
Right. So
And
do
that's
you understand his sister? Yeah. So, but do you understand that? Hold on. I just need you to know that I don't know if it's the first. I feel like it is, but it's like this little boy, and he keeps showing me this. So, his first one will be a boy. I keep getting that. Okay, and that he just is clear on life goes on, life goes on, and like enjoy it, enjoy it. Don't see what he didn't get to see because he sees more than you can see. That's how he's giving it to me. I'm not saying that in a condescending way, I promise you.
no.
He just keeps making me feel like, don't think that he's missing out. I know you miss him. I can feel that. We can all feel that. But he also just makes it very clear that he's very much alive. He's very much well. He's very much got his faculties about him, same sense of humor, and almost, I don't know if it's sarcastic or he was quick though, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because he makes me feel like if you say something, I say it right back, like that quick as a whip kind of feeling. He just needs you to know that he doesn't miss anything. And I don't mean that he doesn't miss it because he doesn't want to be here, but he doesn't miss anything. Oh, I love it. So Lindsay Williams over here is saying, "Oh my God, Drew told me that in my reading years ago, when I wondered if it would ever happen for us, and it was a boy, it was absolutely real." So please trust that. I don't just go for information that is future, because nobody could disprove that until it happens or doesn't. So I just feel like they show me that they met the little souls that are ready to come or gonna come. And I know the kid will have light eyes, just like him. Okay. Um,
That's awesome.
he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to leave. But so, are you the one that got the little tattoo, or is it brother?
No, I do. I have it.
Okay, is it on your wrist? I love it. Okay, just know he's almost like, because that wasn't really your thing, right? Getting
No.
ink. I love it. He loves you, and he knows you love him. He'll never. You know what's interesting? I said your name in the previous reading. I said Lynn or Linda, and it
Yes.
didn't stick. Okay, you got that? Okay, because now that I'm just seeing your name, it like jumped out at me. So he was trying to get through, and he also makes me feel like you're very connected to other people. Are you in Helping Parents Heal?
I do follow that. Yes.
Excellent. He just keeps making me feel like it's really good for other moms and dads to be able to connect with people that are a little bit further down the road.
Yeah. I met
And
a friend.
he doesn't want his brother to think that he's going to miss his birthday. And so this is funny. Were they really competitive?
Yes.
Yeah. He makes me feel like almost like going back to like 12, 13, like I could ride my bike faster.
Yeah.
Like that's how the feeling I get. And it's like, yeah, I'm gonna show you up, but you can't outshine me. You know, like I'm gonna elevate you, but only this much. And now he's making me feel like he's doing everything and anything to put the spotlight on him and elevate him.
Yeah.
And he wants you to really embrace that because he deserves everything that he's working for. He's a really good kid.
He is.
He is. And John keeps taking all the credit for the good and all the credit for the bad. All right? Because he knew everything and he was going to do it his way. All right? And I have to say, you gave him everything he needed, everything that he wanted, and he just needs you to know that it's not on you. So try to remember that. I know you've probably heard that if you've had multiple readings, but he just keeps giving me that. So I don't understand this. So is your mom like Ellen, Elaine, Elizabeth?
No.
So who would that be? Is there somebody else living that you would understand that EL name with?
EL.
Yeah.
Kathleen.
No.
No.
No. I'd love to take credit for that, but I don't. I feel like it might be moving on. So look, I'm going to let you go, Linda,
Thank
and I just need to leave you with a lot of love. And also, what's October?
My mother passed in October. I don't know.
I think she's trying to get my attention because my mom's name was Ellen, so I might be fusing this together, but your mom loved to be a mom, correct?
Hmm?
Okay. Know that she just keeps making me feel like I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you. Not many people could go through what you've been going through. Okay. So just hang in there. You're not alone. You're very guarded. You're very connected, but don't stuff it down. And if you're overwhelmed by emotion, go talk to somebody about it. Don't make it your husband or your son's problem. I know that's a lot. Do you understand that? Wait, what'd you say?
They've had enough. Yes.
Right. And that's okay. But like if you can have a way to put a pinhole in the balloon and do it with help. If I showed you the trajectory of someone that consistently went to either therapy or something like that over a period of 5 years, and the people that don't, it's a totally different energetic, emotional feeling. And it never fully goes away, but it can get better and it can make you live your life better. You know, just don't get over anxious that something bad is going to happen, because I feel like that with you. Do you understand that? There's
Yeah.
like this feeling that something, and part of that's PTSD probably, but because this is like in one night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he just keeps making me feel like, we don't have to rehash it, but he just keeps making me feel like You didn't deserve that. Okay. And
didn't.
it wasn't at anybody. It was just him doing him.
I know that.
Okay. So I feel for you and I wish you all the best, okay?
So much, Drew. It made
Yeah. Take care of yourself, okay?
Bye.
Bye. All right, let me see. Keep hearing this little noise. I don't know what it is. Hold on. So I usually ask for who I'm drawn to, and I see a couple of things. Let me just give me a sec. I'm just trying to listen. So I think this is for Angelica. So Angelica, can you hear me? All right, let me just pull you up here, okay? Can you hear me? Just say something. I want to make sure I can hear you.
Hi.
Hey,
Oh, hi.
so thank you for coming up. I just don't like catching people off guard at night. I've had some funny characters come on where they're all embarrassed that they're actually live. So I first and foremost feel like I have an older female here. Did your mom pass?
No,
So do you understand your mom's mom would have passed?
she's still living, but my grandmother's mother passed.
Was she really connected to you? Like in the living? Yeah, I don't think so either. So stay with me a sec. So ooh, and I also get with you, you understand the younger person that passed? So Angelica, I got to go to somebody else. I'm going to
Sure.
keep you at the top of the queue. Just stay with me for a sec, okay? Because those two big things that I got are not changing,
Okay.
and I don't want to change them, okay?
Yeah.
I know it can be a little bit of. So let me ask you this: is there an intuitive question or something that's going on with you that you want to ask? Because
Yes.
if it's okay, go ahead. If it's
Oh.
spirit, I can't get the two people that I have away.
Just like future, like family, children. If
That's a
that's,
huge question for right now. I wouldn't be able to do that right now.
yeah, no, it's okay. Totally fine.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry, but thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So I need to go to somebody who's already on video, I think. I keep having their mom here, and I also get, I want to make sure I'm right on this. So Erin, can I pull you up here? So can you give me a head yes or no? Is your mom passed? I keep getting this over and over. Right above you is Amber. Do you understand that? Amber? I can't see you now. And there's two of you that don't have your videos on, so oh, now I'm getting like beeps. All right, so I'm going to put this out to everyone who's on the feed. All right, I have somebody's mom, and I know that there's a younger male there with her, and I feel like if it's not your son, it's your nephew. But this is somebody's mom or grandmother, but I feel like this is somebody's mom. And I keep feeling this younger male with her. And I don't know why, but I keep getting the name that's like Evelyn, Elaine, Ellen, something like that. Does someone understand this? If you do, just give me a big capital YES in the comments. I'll see the comments. Oh, Elise S is over here. Where are you? Are you already on the camera? You are. Okay, so Elise, this is kind of making sense. So let me just go to this. Okay, I'm going to pull you up, okay? Hey, Elise, how are you? I just unmuted. Just say hi. Oh, there you are. Yes.
I'm good.
So,
Can you hear
Elise,
me?
you understand that Elizabeth or Elaine name? Is that, I know you're Elise, but there's got to be another one, right?
Yeah, so I'm actually Elizabeth. My mom is Elizabeth.
Oh, I love
Evelyn
it.
is my grandmother's
Okay.
sister, and
And
Elaine
do you
is her
understand the
cousin.
younger male on the other side?
And the young, yes, she lost a son,
Okay.
who was
I'm
3
sorry to
days
hear
old.
that. Got it.
My grandmother.
And do you also understand, do you have your grandmother's ring? Are you there? I just want to make sure you're not
Uh,
ignoring me.
I
So do you
don't,
understand that
no.
being passed down? There's a wedding ring that keeps coming down.
No,
What? Tell me.
she was cremated with her ring.
All right, maybe I got that wrong, but yeah, no, I can.
Can you hear me?
I'm just trying to understand if I got that wrong. You can't hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Elise? Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah.
Hello?
Yep, I can hear you.
Hi,
Can you hear me
can you
okay?
Okay. No,
Are you sure?
yes, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
All right, so you
Yep,
must have a
I can.
delay. So, right,
Yep,
there
I
must
can
be a
hear you.
delay. So just hang tight. Let me just see if I can get this. So, it just got really quiet. So I don't know if it's me or if it's you or what.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
but you
here.
have a
Can you hear me
delay. So
okay?
every time I talk, it's like delayed on your end. So, but your mom is living? Okay, and your grandmother,
Yes.
Evelyn or Elaine, is passed.
Evelyn is passed. Elaine is still alive.
Okay. I don't know if it's me or what, but I just I'm having a hard time. Like I keep getting everything you say twice, so I don't know if it's mine or what. But here's what I'm going to do, everybody. I'm going to do a live guided meditation. I can no longer do any connections. There's a certain point every day, every night, where I can only hold space for so many hours in a day. So I know I went to the comments and there's a lot of people that are saying stuff over there. I appreciate that, I really do, but I don't have the I wouldn't be able to do it to the degree that I would want to do it in order to be the best ambassador for spirit. Okay, so I'm just gonna close out with a quick guided meditation. If you'd all join me, I'd really appreciate that. Just close your eyes for just a moment and just allow your out breath to be a little bit longer than your in breath. And just breathe up through your lower back, out clear waves of energy through every pore in your skin. As you continue to breathe, just imagine a perfect pearl at the root of your breath or the center of your chest. And with each in and out breath, it becomes more vivid, more vibrant, brighter and brighter white. And it begins to expand outwards in all directions like a star in the sky. And just notice your breath becoming white. Just know that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. They're home. We're visiting. It's not the other way around. If you're interested in classes or readings, you can see the links. Just go to mediumdrew.com. And don't forget to press pause. And I will be on as often as I can. And I really appreciate you guys all coming on. Thank you so much. You guys have a peaceful night. Don't forget to press pause and be good to yourselves. I will see you soon. And thanks for all the love.